It is the start of the month, which means it is time once again to head back to my mailbox and get something from my friends at Video Games Monthly. What's going on, everybody? I'm Jay. Welcome to Square Pegs. You can probably read it on the shirt right here. And yeah, it is that time again. It is time to free this box from its priority mail prison, crack it open, and find out what's inside. So what is Video Games Monthly? Video Games Monthly is a monthly subscription service where you can get 3, 4, 5, 10, or now 20 games sent directly to your front door. This isn't a rental service. You get to keep the games, and you curate your list. You curate what games you have in your collection, and they won't send you duplicates, but in the off chance that they do, because mistakes can happen, this is a human-run company. I have met Joe. Joe's probably human. And it's something where sometimes mistakes happen, but if you just reach out to customer service, they'll get you a replacement game sent out, lickety-split. You'll be all set, and you'll be ready to play your awesome retro games. So I told you what Video Games Monthly is, but who the hell am I? I'm Jay. I used to work in the game industry, and I do a couple videos a week where I take a look at the best in retro and modern gaming. One of the things I do like to do is I like to subscribe to VGM, because about 15 years ago, I sold my entire retro collection, and I've been rebuilding it ever since, and VGM helps me do that. So what do I get games for? I get games for the NES, the Famicom, the Super Nintendo, the N64, the GameCube, the Master System, the Genesis. I don't remember what else. Oh, I am drawing a blank.
Am I chopped liver?
This is the problem. As you get old, you start forgetting things, and yeah, you can probably tell I'm 25. So, so what do you say? Let's crack this open. Let's find out what's inside. And the way I do this is I look right down this lens. I open the box. I don't see it ahead of time. I hold it up to the camera, and we find out at the exact same time. I'm being fair. You usually find out before me because, again, I'm in my 20s and I can't see anything with these eyes. I'm almost 50. Why did I have to clarify that? No shit. Of course I am. But yeah, so we're going to crack this open, find out what's inside, and we will take a look at each game. Each video of these I do one of these a month. Each video of these I take a quick look at each game. I give you my thoughts on it, give you the value of it, and we find out at the end if I was on the money with my value that I put into it, if I was behind or if I was ahead. So let's crack it open. Let's find out what's inside. So we have... I have absolutely no idea what that is. We have a Genesis, we have another Genesis, an NES, another NES. Okay, that... I haven't the foggiest clue what that is. All right, we're just gonna dive in. We're gonna dive in. All right, so Genesis up first. 3, 2, 1. I can't tell. Oh, Vector Man 2. Nice. I have the original Vector Man. Oh, again, they took the rental sticker off. Give me the rental stickers. I want all the rental stickers. I want to know the history of these games. Vector Man 2. I own the original Vector Man. I have not picked up Vector Man 2, so excited to have this. Let's take a look now at Vector Man 2 on the Sega Genesis. Vector Man 2. Wow. So I have the original Vector Man. I already had that in my collection. I picked that up at MGC last year, the Midwest Gaming Classic. Incidentally, Midwest Gaming Classic coming up in just a few weeks. If you're going to be in Milwaukee, be sure to check out the workshops page on their website. My wife and I will be hosting a couple of workshops where you're able to reshell Joy-Cons or a Pro Controller. So check that out if you're interested. But I did not pick up Vector Man 2 while I was there. I instead only picked up the first one, and now I have the second one, and that makes me happy. So having both Vector Man games is a huge win. I love the Vector Man series. I think the games are fantastic. I wish there were more. Like, this is an IP that I wish hadn't died on the vine, kind of like Star Tropics did for Nintendo. I wish this is one that kept on going, because I think this is an incredibly ambitious title, a beautiful title to look at. Like, the animations in this game are just top-notch. The gameplay is fantastic. It's a wonderful run-and-gun shooter. It's like a calmer version of Gunstar Heroes or Metal Slug. It's a little bit easier to digest. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's a wonderful title, and I think more people should be playing this one. Like, it's been included, it or its original game in the series, has been included on numerous collections, on the Genesis Minis, and it's just not one I hear people talk about when they talk fondly of the Genesis, and that's a shame, because the Vector Man games are money. Very cool. That's a good start. I am a big fan of the Vector Man games. I loved the first one and the second one when I was younger, and it was just one of those games that I kind of never really picked up when I've been going to conventions, and that is one of the things I like the most about VGM, is that they fill in a lot of those games that I don't think to pick up when I'm at a show because they're always so plentiful, and it means I don't have to spend my money on them directly. I get them indirectly through VGM, and I can focus on more expensive games or more collectible things. All right, next up, another Genesis title. 3, 2, 1. King Salmon. Don't have the best hopes for this one, but we're gonna check out King Salmon anyway. King Salmon. Here we go. While I am not a fan of the sport of fishing, I do actually like a lot of fishing video games. I actually find them to be incredibly relaxing. So I was a little concerned, as you saw in the footage there, when I unboxed this and found King Salmon, the big catch, in my box from VGM. So I was a little concerned, but I wanted to go in with an open mind. And I initially booted it up thinking this can't be that difficult. It's a fishing game. There's only 6 buttons max on the Genesis controller. I got this. And I got into game and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I turned it off and I opened the manual on the Game Eye app and I read through the manual and I looked at the whole thing and I tried it again thinking that, oh, I got it now. This is easy. I know what to do. And I don't know how to catch a fish in this game. I know how to drive around and run into other boats. So that's all I got. And I wish I could do more. I got to the point at one point where I was actually like shown a little animation on the screen of the guy with a fishing rod, which, that was cool. But I wasn't able to reel anything in. So for me, this is just a boat driving simulator, and a bad boat driving simulator because I just crashed into the other boats. I wanted to like it. I really did. But yeah, just not my thing. That's okay. Bonus point in this game's favor, though. The music kicks ass. Like, the soundtrack is a banger. I really like it. I'm going to actually, believe it or not, I'm actually going to spend some more time with it because I feel like I'm really close to understanding how the hell to play it. And I'd like to. King Salmon, wow. All right, NES next. 3, 2, 1. That is Rad Racer? Rad Racer, very cool. Okay. I don't actually own Rad Racer. I can't remember the last time I played Rad Racer either. It might have been back in the 80s. I know I enjoyed it when I had it when I was younger, but it's one of those games I got rid of and never picked back up. So let's check out Rad Racer. Kicking off a string of games that start with R to spoil things coming up, but Rad Racer, yeah. So here's one that I played when I was younger. I played this when it initially launched when I first had my NES, and it was something that I loved back then. It was kind of like a poor man's version of Outrun, and it was something where it was Nintendo's answer to that system, basically. And it wasn't as good as Outrun, and it didn't look as nice as Outrun, and it didn't play as good as Outrun, but damn it, it's what we had, and we were happy about it, folks. And I forgot about it. Like, I just completely bypass it when I'm at a convention. Like, I'll see it when I'm there, but I never think to pick it up. And as I frequently say in these videos, this is one of the money things about VGM, is the fact that they kind of supply those games that I overlook in favor of bigger ticket items at a show, so I don't have to worry about spending the money directly on those. It's nice to just kind of get them backfilled by VGM in these regards. If you haven't played Rad Racer, it's a destination racer. It's you against the field. It's not like you against 43 other cars. It's not like a NASCAR event or anything like that. It's like Outrun. You're trying to get the checkpoints to save time, or within time, to be able to continue driving. And for something that is decidedly 8-bit and developed by Square, which is super cool, it's something that makes the most of what the Nintendo was able to do, and it's just a really solid title. Audio takes a little bit of a hit. It's not as good as like later racing games and things like that, and there's not really any music to speak of, but from a gameplay perspective, Rad Racer is really fun. Really, really happy to have this one. Next up, 3, 2, 1. RC Pro-Am. Love RC Pro-Am. One of the single greatest racing games ever made. One of my favorite NES games. I have Championship Pro-Am for the Genesis that I got from VGM a few years ago, and I'm excited now to add this back to my collection on the NES. So let's take a look now at RC Pro-Am. Another game I constantly overlook at conventions is this absolute piece of beautiful gameplay, RC Pro-Am. I loved RC Pro-Am growing up. This was one of my constant plays on my NES when I was younger, and it was something where I just kind of think of it as like a ubiquitous title on the NES, but it's not necessarily something I think about picking up when I'm at a show. I just overlook it. And when I go to local stores here, it's never top of mind because I'm always looking for very specific things. So to get it in this box is a huge win. If you've never played it, this is developed by Rare, first of all. So getting a Squaresoft and a Rareware game back to back, pretty dope, not gonna lie. And the gameplay is wonderful. It's very simple racing. The controls are very simple to understand. You accelerate, you turn, you have a button that fires your special weapons that you collect on the track. It's a really wonderful game. It's Very simple, very easy to understand. It's not realistic by any stretch of the imagination. Like, this isn't how RC cars handle or anything like that. It's just fun. Sometimes that's all you need. It's a wonderful game. Really, really stoked to have this one. A rare developed title. Awesome. Very cool. Okay, let's... Oh, okay, I have another NES. And then we're going to find out what the hell this mystery item is. Is this my card? It's my card. I got a 1-up, which means I got an extra game, which is whatever the hell that mystery item is in there. That feels... You'll understand when you see it. Like, I'm flummoxed as to what it could possibly be. And there's always some kind of piece of ephemera, usually a sticker or a tattoo or something like that. And we have a Hylian warrior sticker, so a nice little Link sticker there. Always cool to get something like that. All right, NES game number 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1. RoboCop. So they were definitely picking from the R box this time. So we got Rad Racer, RC Pro-Am, and RoboCop. So yeah, let's check out RoboCop now from Data East. I've never actually played this one. Very, very mixed bag on this one, but more positive than negative. This is RoboCop. Now, I'm not a RoboCop fan. I'd never played this one before today, so this wasn't something where I have fond memories of it from when I was a kid. I never saw the RoboCop movies till I was older. I thought they were kind of when I did see them, so I didn't really feel any kind of connection to the property. I never had any desire to play this, but this is actually a fairly competent side-scrolling beat-em-up / shooter. And I say fairly competent because it doesn't do everything well. Like, stairs are a challenge, and I guess that's to be expected for a robot police officer, but for me, it shouldn't be hard. I should be able to go to the stairs and press up and ascend the stairs, and then go near them and press down and descend the stairs, and that's just not how it works. I got stuck, I wasn't able to move for a little while, I was just kind of left on top of a platform, and I wasn't able to go anywhere. And it's really interesting to me that you have to get to a certain point where you're able to use your gun. You otherwise you're just punching the crap out of guys as they come in, and then just this arbitrary sequence happens where it's like, oh, now we can use lethal force, we can shoot. I don't know, it's a weird game. It's a solid game. Like, it doesn't do anything terribly bad except stairs, and there's the confusing aspect of the gun, but I actually want to keep playing this one, which I'm really surprised by. I thought this was going to be terrible, and it's actually okay. So there you go. Always a fan of a licensed game, and you will know if I enjoyed it or not based on my review, because past Jay here still has never played this. All right. Final thing in here, other than the bubble wrap. Bubble wrap doesn't count. I legitimately have no idea what this is. I stole a look at it just to see if I was holding it the right way, and I think I'm holding it forward. It is black. That's all I know. I'm going to assume... Gosh, I'm not even going to assume. I have no idea what this is. All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh, a Game Genie. It comes with a code book. Not gonna lie, little weird to get a Game Genie. I don't even know what this is for. I think it's for the game. I think it's for the Game Gear. That's really, yeah, no, it has to be. Okay, so if you look here, you can see this is set up like a Game Gear cartridge slot. That's really interesting. I don't know what I will ever do with this, but yeah, so that's a Game Gear Game Genie. Can't really show it off other than it's got a neat little pocket here for the code book, which is kind of cool. So yeah, a Game Gear Game Genie. I never would have expected to get something like this from VGM. That's actually pretty neat. Let's total all this stuff up now. I will find out the value, and I'll be right back to let you know if I came out ahead, behind, or if it was a push this month. Do the Marios! Still blown away by a Game Gear Game Genie. Like, I did not expect that at all. That is that's super cool. So one of the things that another company does subscription boxes like this that they did that I actually liked was they would include peripherals in their stuff. And unfortunately, I just didn't care for the rest of their service, so I didn't continue the subscription. But it's always something where in the back of my head, I've always kind of wished that VGM would do that. So to get that is really cool. And I hope that's something, I hope that's a sign of things to come. I hope that's something that continues to happen. I will say, I counted this, like going by the price and price charting, I counted the particular Game Genie as having the manual as well, because it does have the code book with it. So this price is plus or minus about $10. It's either going to be the price I give you or minus about $10, $12. So the price it comes out to is massive. This is probably the biggest month I've ever gotten, and it's $82.56 in total value. Now, again, that is with the manual. If that is not the case, if that is something else, and I'll let you guys be the judges of that, consider it about $70 in total value this month, which is still ahead of what I pay, which is amazing. I am very stoked about this. I really appreciate the games I got too. Like I actually got 3 solid games that I know I'm going to enjoy with Vector Man 2, Rad Racer, and RC Pro-Am. I'm at least interested in RoboCop, and King Salmon exists. So there you have it. Another game to add to the Genesis collection, which is never a bad thing. I do love collecting for the Sega Genesis. It is one of my favorite consoles to buy stuff for. Let me know in the comments down below what is your favorite thing I got this month. Let me know as well if you're interested in these videos going forward, and if you are, check out the links to the merch shop below where you can get shirts just like this one, because every penny that's bought at the merch shop goes right back into my VGM fund. This is something where I don't get this for free from them. I pay for it every month. So if you're interested and you want to support the channel in any way, pick up a shirt, pick up a hat, something like that. A couple bucks goes towards getting VGM every month. Until next time, folks, I've been Jay. Appreciate you spending a little bit of time with me. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. Gives a nice little boost to the algorithm. And if you're new here and you want to stick around for more nonsense like this and more videos where I talk about the best of retro and modern gaming twice a week, click subscribe. I'd love to have you stick around. And remember to play more games, stay square, and take care. I'll talk to you soon.